Welcome to Pastor Andrew's Inspirations. If you enjoy these videos, please click the red subscribe button below and the bell for more. Welcome to our online church, a congregation made up of many from around the world. No offering is necessary. Subscribing and watching videos will keep us alive under God's watchful eyes. Today we will be talking about biblical names starting with H, Part 5. This part will consist of 3 sections, sections A through C. Haggai. Haggai was a Hebrew prophet during the construction of the Second Temple in Jerusalem, and one of the 12 minor prophets in the Hebrew Bible, and the author of the Book of Haggai. He is recognized for his prediction in 520 BCE, commanding the Jews to reconstruct the temple. His name means my holidays. He was the first of 3 post-exile prophets from the Neo-Babylonian Exile of the house of Judah, and Zechariah, and with Zechariah his contemporary, and Malachi, who lived about 100 years later, who belonged to the period of Jewish history, which started after the return from captivity in Babylon. Barely anything is known of his personal history, with the Book of Haggai suggesting no biographical details about his ancestry or anything else in his life, outside of the predictions of 520 BCE. Haggai is only cited in one other book of the Bible, the Book of Ezra. He may have been one of the prisoners taken to Babylon by Nebuchadnezzar. Some people suggest he may have been an old man and seen the earlier temple before its obliteration, due to what he says about the former glory of the temple in Haggai chapter 2. He began God's insight about 16 years after the return of the Jewish to Judah in 520 BCE. The work of reconstructing the temple had been put to a stop through the maneuvers of the Samaritans, after having been suspended for 18 years. The work was resumed through the efforts of Haggai and Zechariah. They pushed the people, which roused them from their lassitude, and persuaded them to take benefit of a change in the policy of the Persian government under Darius I. The name Haggai, with numerous languages, is also found in the Book of Esther as a eunuch servant of the queen. Haggai predicted in late 520 BCE Jerusalem about the people needing to finalize building the temple. He has 4 messages, which begin on August 29, 520 BCE, and conclude on December 18, 520 BCE. The new temple was certain to surpass the awesomeness of the previous temple. He demanded if the temple was not built, there would be shortage, starvation, and famine touching the Jewish nation. There is a dispute about who edited Haggai's work. According to scholars, they credit it to his students. Jewish believe that the men of the Great Assembly were accountable for the edits. The men of the Great Assembly are known for finishing the work of Ezra and Nehemiah. Haggai backed the officials of his time, particularly Zerubbabel, the governor, and Joshua the high priest. In the Book of Haggai, God refers to Zerubbabel as my servant, just as King David was, and says he will make him as a signet ring, as King Jehoiakim was. The signet ring symbolized a ring worn on the hand of Yahweh, showing that a king held divine favor. Thus Haggai is indirectly, but not openly, saying Zerubbabel would preside over a restored Davidic kingdom. The Persian Empire was growing weak, and Haggai saw time as a chance to restore the Davidic kingdom. He believed that the kingdom of David was able to rise and take back their part in Jewish issues. Haggai's communications was focused to the nobles and Zerubbabel, as he would be the first Davidic monarch restored. He saw this as vital because the kingdom would be an end to Jewish idol worshipping. On the Eastern Orthodox liturgical calendar, Haggai is honored as a saint and prophet. His feast day is December 16th for those churches which follow the traditional Julian calendar. December 16th currently falls on December 29th of the modern Gregorian calendar. He is also honored in common with the other righteous persons of the Old Testament on the Sunday of the Holy Fathers, the second Sunday before the Nativity of the Lord. Haggai is commemorated with the other minor prophets in the calendar of saints of the Armenian Apostolic Church on the 31st of July. This was the biblical names starting with H, Part 5, Section A. Please stay tuned for Section B, continuing with Haggai's story. If you like these videos, please click on the red subscribe button below and the bell for more. Adonai Nisi, the Lord is our banner. God's blessings be upon us all.